Well, I've been, on both sides. Right now, I'm a mentor. In terms of being a faculty person in higher education, I get a chance to serve on dissertations. I get a chance to help students think about their research and help them mold their research. I get a chance to really work with students on publications. A lot of students have self-doubt about the publication process, so they think it's really difficult. I don't think it's difficult. I love it, actually. So I get a chance to mentor students through that process. Conversely, I have mentors. My mentor is a white female. And it's really interesting the way we met. And I think this story is definitely worth telling because I never met her in person. I saw her at a conference and she got this award. She was doing research on HBCUs, and I just found it really interesting that a white female was doing this incredible research in HBCUs. And I emailed her one day after I got back from the conference, and I said, like, hey, congratulations on your award. I would like to publish with you. Or is that something that you may be interested in? And quite frankly, I did not expect to hear from her. And I say that because I had emailed many other high profile scholars and they never returned my email. So I'm thinking I'm not going to hear back from her, but she emailed me back, which was really surprising, but it was really, motivational. And she said, yes, I'll be willing to work with you. I'll be willing to mentor you. And she helped me get my first publication. Meanwhile, she took time out of her life to really invest in me. But at the time, we had never met. So she really took a chance on me, and to this day, she's my mentor. I'm able to call her up to when I have personal problems or issues in the academy that I'm facing, or she's able to give me advice. She's someone who's really big in the field, and she's really busy, but she takes the time out of her schedule to make time for me. I would say that I think some of the factors that makes that a relationship successful in terms of being a mentor is being supportive of a student or or even a colleague. Being able to listen actively and freely, being able to offer advice when needed, um, being available, making time. We are quite busy. We have such busy lives as faculty members or educators, and even our personal lives as well. We are, after all, human beings as well. We're not one dimensional, right? But making time, when someone really set aside time for you, because I think time is the most important thing that you can give to someone. So when someone set aside time for you to listen, to be there for you, uh, be it personally or professionally, I think that really says a lot. When someone's willing to pour time into you and to help you grow as a person, I really think that says a lot. So I think those are some of the fundamental characteristics in terms of making time, making space, being willing to listen, and sometimes just being a sounding board. That I think that's what we need in life. We may not need someone who's going to tell us what to do or give us advice. We need someone just to listen. I think having a mentor is really, really important, particularly for minoritized students, but I think for students in general. I think all students, or most students come to college with some type of doubt, or even enter into their professional careers with some type of doubt. And having someone who can provide that advice, who can help you navigate some of the pitfalls that they encounter, who can listen, um, I think those things matter. Someone that can create a safe space where you can go through and say, like, look, I'm having problems with this class, or I'm afraid to, submit my first paper as a tenure track faculty person. And that mentor can set aside their time to, again, help you understand some of the struggles that they encounter, when they want to go to submit their first paper, for example. So I think having a mentor is really important to persistence and retention for first year students in college. You know, we all need a support group. We all need a safe space. We all need people who are going to believe in us, even when we doubt ourselves. That mentor can often point out blind spots that we can't see to say, you can do this. I believe in you. And then once that student, accomplishes that incredible goal, that mentor can then celebrate. And that celebration can be like, buying someone ice cream or just giving someone extra time or just sending them a message of encouragement. Those things, even though they may seem small, those things matter, and those things can really strongly impact someone's ability to persist, not only in college, but I think also in the educational system. I think those things are really important. Oftentimes, what I've learned is that your mentor may not look like you, and that's okay. It's okay if your mentor, if you're a person of color, and if your mentor is someone who is different from you in terms of race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, etc. Just it's important to be open. I think that's the most important thing. And also looking for someone who's going to make time for you. We are all very busy, and it's easier to say to someone, "I don't have time," quite but looking for someone who's going to make time, who's going to set aside time, take time out of their busy lives to give you feedback, to give you support, to give you encouragement. Someone who's going to share their story, right? About the ways in which they may have struggled in life, and who's going to let you know things will be okay. You know, and also I think in terms of identifying a mentor, a successful relationship, is a two-way street as well. Because while you may be going to that person for support and guidance, that person may develop a trusting relationship with you to often share some of the things that they may be going through as well. So I think the most important thing that I can give to minoritized students is just to be open. Oftentimes, we as minoritized students, we want a mentor who look like us. If we're a Black person, we want a mentor who's Black. Because we feel like that we can really identify with that person. And quite frankly, we may have implicit biases about someone who's a non-Black person as a mentor. But just being open, really being open to people and open to new experiences, and just thinking about how the time that person invests in me, and the type of support that they give, and a type of validation. So I think those are some of the most important things that we should look for, or that minoritized students should look for in terms of selecting a mentor.